Welcome back to Broken Bobby's Transformation. If you're new to the page, in the late 80s, I got involved with drug abuse, drug sales, and keeping company with gang members and stuff like that. I would go on to be addicted for about 15 years, and I would ultimately get clean and find sobriety. I have 20 years of sobriety now, and if you're new here, be sure to subscribe, hit the like button, drop a comment, and let me know what you think, and share the video. It really helps to grow the channel. Now, today's topic, there's been some more rumblings on the YouTube yarda. Prisin P.O.V, Splinter, and Texas prison stories, Tim Snow, have kind of been going back and forth with it a little bit. And, I'm not doing this video to choose a side or do anything of that sort, but, it's funny how, everybody has their side, right? If you did time in California, then California's the hardest prisons in the world. Definitely, I would say the most political, or used to be. I don't know what's going on in there now. I paroled in 2006, and I never looked back. If you listen to Texas prison stories, tell it, and go check out both of their channels. Prisin P.O.V and Texas Prison Stories. And you decide for yourself, Basically, these guys have been, Splinter did a story about a white crip, friend or foe or whatever. And back when I was doing time, I know that the skinheads would do their best to get a white crip if they were on the yard. Okay, I never seen a white crip hit a yard that I was on, so I don't have any first-hand experience, but I've heard plenty of stories. Okay, so he did that, and Texas Prison Stories, Tim Snow, just happened to be a white crip in the Texas system, and shout out to the Texas system. I don't know anything about the Texas system, never did any time there. I've been to Texas. Texas is a wonderful place. And there's good people in Cali and in Texas. So Tim Snow responded to that, and he didn't like Splinter's video. Okay, so he's picking Splinter apart basically, and Splinter's been going through some stuff lately. As I understand it, he's trying to get off methadone. He's all over the place. I hope, being that my channel is about recovery, I hope Splinter can get it together and go back to making the good content that he used to drop. Now, Texas Prison Stories, like I said, he's picking Splinter's videos apart and making it sound like the wood cart is soft in Cali. Okay? Now, I don't have a dog in the fight anymore. I'm not part of the wood car. I'm a civilian. I'm a working man. I'm out there doing the damn thing legally now. I have my regular 9 to 5. I have a side hustle, doing Amazon Flex. Many of you probably seen the short I dropped yesterday. I do my best to have fun with making money legitimately now. So, I don't have a dog in the fight. And let me clarify some things as far as the different levels in California. I don't know about Tim Snow said they have trusty yards, they have camps, and then mediums and highs. That kind of sounds like Cali. Level 1 usually is a support yard for a level 4, where you're cooking the food, you're doing the laundry, whatever it may be. Level 2 is a little bit higher level of security. On a level 1, you got a 6-foot fence running around the yard, basically. And most people are on really short time to begin with, like a year, maybe a year and a half, 2 years at the most to the house. So you get to a level 2, and I've been on all of these yards. Okay, I started on a level 1, I had level 1 points. I think I had like 17 points. And I lasted on a level 1 yard for all of maybe 2 hours by the time they got us out of there, because I walked into a riot. And the thing is, in California on the lower levels, in the period of time I was doing time, let me be clear about that. On the lower levels, typically you didn't have big homies, if you will, around to keep things in line. So yeah, a lot of people are running around playing grab ass and doing stupid stuff that leads to altercations, riots. It's not like a level 3 or a level 4, the bigger yards. They're smaller yards, and maybe it would be classified more like a melee. The first one I walked into was probably, I don't know, 60, 75 man riot. And it was at what's known as a community correctional facility, which, level 1 points. But basically they're security guards there. They're not Department of Corrections. There is no, they're not dropping tear gas. They're not spraying people. When shit cracks off on those yards, they close the door and they call the Department of Corrections, the closest prison, to come and quell the incident. So although it's low level, mostly non-violent offenders, when shit cracks off, it can get ugly. There was one, I can't remember the name of the place, but it was out going towards, out there around Ironwood area, Stone Mountain or something, CCF. That riot went on for like 3 days, and like 4 people lost their lives in that incident. So, like I said, although it's lower level and it's allegedly non-violent offenders, they just didn't get busted for violence, if you ask me. When the shit goes down, the shit goes down. Okay? Like I said, on the level 2, those typically aren't CCF style places. Now you're dealing with the Department of Corrections. And, excuse me, when stuff goes down, they're generally able to get it quelled quicker. 10 to 15 minutes, they got the yard laid down, and everybody's zip tied, and they're doing their skirmish line across the yard, looking for weapons and the such. Not a lot of weapons on 2 yards. You might run across a few, but not a lot. There were a couple of guys that were hitters on the 2 yard that I was on, and one of them was a Southsider. Then you move up to the level 3. Level 3 would be considered like medium security, kind of going along paralleling what Texas has going on. Now, it's double fence. The fence is, 18 feet high or whatever, razor wire. This place that I was at had the electric fence in between the yards. And I think there was gun coverage on the yard. I never ended up outside on that one because we were on a lockdown for a riot with the blacks that was ongoing. Okay? So, that place, that was Delano, not considered one of the more crazy yards in the California Department of Corrections. But one thing I will say is, when you're in prison, I don't think it really matters what level you're on. It's still a dangerous place, and you're around dangerous individuals. Okay? Now, as far as some of Splinter's stories in the woods not acting like they're supposed to, they're level 1 and level 2 inmates. They tend to act a little bit differently. Like I said, it's a lot looser. There isn't really a lot of presence of big dogs on the yard, if you will. So, playing grab ass or whatever leads to that kind of stuff sometimes. Not following rules that are established lead to those kind of things sometimes. Now, on the level 3, things are tightened up quite a bit. You have a lot more gang members on the higher level, and there's a lot more protocols that are in place to because the thing is, you get to some of the 3s and most of the level 4s, it's no longer fist fights. Now it's knife play. So the rules are a lot tighter because, you know, it's not going to be a fight. If something happens, someone could lose their life. So the respect level is a lot higher, and you know, things just move differently. Now, I've never been on a level 4 yard, and I'm not going to pretend like I was. You know, I could BS and say, oh yeah, this, that, and the other, but I never witnessed it firsthand. I did end up in AdSeg, even while on lockdown, level 3. And I've told that story before, but there was a pedo in our block. We were on lockdown. We had been on lockdown for a while. And when you're on lockdown, you get showers like twice a week. And you get escorted over to the shower. And me and my cellie happened to be out when somebody we knew to be a pedo got buzzed into the building. And we did what solid white guys are supposed to do when we rushed this guy. We didn't have any weapons or anything. We were, you know, like, I mean, I guess we could have dropped a bar of soap into a sock or something, but it just didn't play out that way. We didn't have the time to, you know, think it through and come up with a plan to do anything. So I did end up in AdSeg, and AdSeg was a lot more tight than the level 3, even though it was overflow. We weren't in the true AdSeg. We were, I believe it was on B yard at Delano, which is reception, but they were using it as AdSeg overflow due to the ongoing tensions between the Woods and the Blacks. So 270 type design, I guess you would say. It wasn't a 180 style, but you know, that's where they had us. And you know, as far as the Prisin P.O.V, Texas prison story beef, that, you know what, that's your guys' issue. You know, I hope that you know, that can be worked out. I mean, I guess it's making for good content at the time. So I hope you guys are making your money and putting out these videos and going back and forth and responding to one another. You know, I think Tim Snow, Texas Prison Stories, I think you tend to feel like a lot of stuff that's being said on YouTube is about you and about prison, and you feel like you have to defend Texas prison. You know, if that's how you feel, keep doing your thing, homie. You know, no knock to you, but I don't think everything is necessarily about you. When I watched some of these videos, I didn't think right away, ooh, he's digging at this guy. Maybe he is, maybe he isn't, I don't know. Splinter, a message to you, homie. I hope you get your mind right and get back to making the good content that I was used to watching with you. Lately, it's been a little hit and miss, bro, you know, and some of the people that you've been mentioning in not so flattering ways, you know, just get it together, homie. You know what I mean? You can, my email is in the description, so if you want to talk about what's going on with your recovery, you can feel free to hit me up, bro. And if there's anything I can do to assist, I will. Like I said, go check out Tim Snow's channel, Texas Prison Stories, and Splinter's channel, Prisin P.O.V, and you can see what I'm talking about firsthand, and you can come up with your own conclusions. Anyways, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to subscribe, hit that like button, drop a comment, and tell me what you think. Are either one of them out of pocket? Are they both out of pocket? Is it one? Is it the other? You know, prison is prison, in my opinion. And the thing is, you're going to have some low-level inmates who act a bit immature, whether you're in Texas or you're in Cali, wherever you're at, you know. When you get to the more serious levels, the more max type levels, shit gets real. Let's just keep it real, you know? So the respect level's a lot higher, and, you know, people learn how to act real quick when they see somebody getting stabbed 67 times. You know what I mean? So, anyways, that's my video for the day. Remember, it's about the company that you keep. If, you know, if you're a group of 5 and 4 of them are getting high, chances are you are too. So, you know, that's what it is. Family, fitness, and freedom are the things that allowed me to get my life together, and they can help you as well. You know, shout out to Prisin P.O.V. and Texas Prison Stories. Like I said, if you know, you guys have anything to say, you can send me an email, and we can talk about it. We can exchange phone numbers, whatever. Like, I'm not taking sides on this. I'm just kind of giving you guys the rundown of what it's like. So anyways, don't look at the mountain, just start climbing.